From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
Gratitude in our hearts. We're putting the thanks in Thanksgiving, and so we'll start with that. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is Thursday, November 23rd.
Let's get things cooking.
You see the deal is coming, you hope she's there. If she'll not be there, I believe we will fall apart.
Hopes that some hostages would be freed today dashed. Families will have to wait at least another day after Israel's deal with Hamas is delayed.
Police department will be out here in force.
Law enforcement across California saying enough is enough. A new push to stop thieves as we head into the holiday shopping season.
I have been a 49ers fan since the day I was born.
The red and gold making their way to Seattle for Thursday night football, and this fan will certainly be there. Her special connection as part of Niner Nation.
Oh, he's going to get tossed. There it is. Scott Foster says goodbye.
A long-running feud on the court is far from over. Chris Paul gets an early exit after another incident with a referee. And can't wait to gobble up the Thanksgiving leftovers, what you need to know to safely enjoy your favorite foods. Happy Turkey Day, everybody.
Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. We're clearing our throats as we look at that food because we're drooling out of the side of our mouth. Hopefully our viewers are up and at 'em this morning and turning the oven on for their turkey.
Yes, and I'm one donut in. Let's just have confession right now. Our friend Gianna Franco is off for Thanksgiving. Yesterday we texted most of the day comparing notes on holiday movies.
How was her holiday movie?
She's
I know
loving
she's
it.
doing one each day, right?
We've now broken into The Crown and Gilded Age on HBO. So many good.
You guys binge watch. It's like binging on the donut just now. You binge watch the Netflix, you eat the donut.
I know. I need a little bit of fixing. All right, let's take a live look outside this morning. We know so many people may be hitting the road. But as you do, this is your view. Gorgeous outside and the light right there at the top of the tower. And I just love to see the lit up Ferris wheel there that was put there for APEC.
I know. I hope it stays. Do we know the plans on that?
I'm going to stand down there and say,
Let's keep
don't you move
it.
this.
Let's keep it San Francisco.
I agree with you, Jessica. It makes it look, like Southern California, a little Santa Monica-esque.
Yes, it's Huntington Beach, Santa Monica vibes. I love it. If only we had the weather of them. But you know what's interesting? Today we kind of do. We have 70s in the forecast for us this afternoon. Sunny skies. You could possibly close your eyes and imagine that you're in Santa Monica, but it's better because you're in San Francisco or anywhere throughout the Bay Area, really. And of course, the moment I say that, the map goes away. Let's take a quick look at what's going on this morning. Throughout the Bay, we are waking up to some chilly conditions. If you have some early morning errands you got to run, of course, beat the lines to the grocery store for the last minute moments where you realize, I forgot the cranberry sauce or I forgot whatever you need. Well, we are waking up to the 50s and 40s, so take it slow this morning. It's nice and cool. Definitely clear skies for us right now, though. As we take a look at Futurecast, we're not seeing a cloud in the sky for the next couple days, which is a treat for us. We're going to see sunny conditions this afternoon for Thanksgiving. That's something to be thankful for here in California, especially considering the fact that many people throughout the states are dealing with very active weather. But then once we head into our forecast today, heading into this afternoon, I will mention one thing to keep a close eye on, our wind advisory. It's going to be a breezy afternoon for us for our Thanksgiving forecast. This starts around 10 a.m. for the highlighted zones and counties on this map, mostly off closer to not the Santa Clara, but the Sacramento Valley. And this is going to last until tomorrow. I want to show you your wind speeds kind of hour by hour. We're starting off nice and calm this morning. It starts ramping up around that 9 o'clock hour. By 10 o'clock, we're seeing wind speeds all the way into this afternoon, anywhere up to around 25, even 30 miles per hour up in the North Bay and the East Bay. Now, here we go into the overnight hours. It'll be very breezy, too. So if you have any outdoor objects, maybe try securing them now. If you're already putting up the Christmas lights, well, it's Thanksgiving. Take a day off. Make sure everything's good to go. It's a beautiful day to get out there and get some fresh air. Like I said, a little bit breezy. We'll have more on that coming up in a bit. Reed?
Thanks, Jess, and thanks to Simon, who is behind the scenes on camera this morning. Whether you're hitting the roadways early or catching a flight this Thanksgiving holiday, we have you covered. Let's take an overview look. Green as can be, really. No major trouble spots this morning in the Bay Area. For our super commuters, if you are leaving Livermore to Tracy, traffic is moving well over the Altamont Pass. There's slight delay to tell you about near Grantline Road, where a crash sits in the center divide. So our thoughts with the people involved in that. Maybe give them some space. Some slow traffic, but if you can see it, it really does open up quite a bit. If you're headed westbound 205 to 680, only 25 minutes, Nicole.
We'll have to wait until tomorrow at the earliest for hostages to be released as part of that 4-day ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. The Biden administration has stressed that the delay does not mean the deal is in peril. Under the agreement, Hamas will release 50 women and children in exchange for 150 Palestinian women and teenagers being held by Israel. Hamas is also incentivized to release more of its captives. So for every 10 extra hostages Hamas frees, Israel will extend the ceasefire by a day. The U.S. says 3 Americans are among the 50 expected to be released. 2 people died in a car explosion at Rainbow Bridge, a Niagara Falls border checkpoint which connects the U.S. and Canada. The FBI's Buffalo office concluded that there were no explosive materials or a link to terrorism. Preliminary assessments show the vehicle was traveling at a high rate of speed yesterday when it hit a curb, sending the car into the air, crashing through a fence and catching fire. The fiery explosion prompted a border crossings closure for hours. And it's another busy morning at Bay Area airports. Travelers are leaving to their Thanksgiving destinations. So let's take a look at delays and cancellations. SFO is experiencing 6 delays, 1 cancellation. Oakland with 1 delay and 2 cancellations, in San Jose with 4 delays and no grounded flights.
Well, we are thankful this morning for bridge builders in our community, like the heroes that power the Glide Foundation. You know, while most of us were asleep, the good people over at Glide will host their annual Thanksgiving Day meal in the Tenderloin, and they had all the preps going long before Sean Chitness was there. He's live this morning. And look, Sean, all the volunteers out there, you know, if we ever have a down day or an idea that we don't live in a good place, all we have to do is look at the volunteers out there powering what's happening this morning.
Hey Reed, good morning. Yeah, how could you not be in a good mood after seeing the amazing work that's happening here? Important question for you, ham or turkey? Guess what, you don't have to decide because they have plenty of both here, and they've already got some turkeys cut up, and so that's why the volunteers have been working for at least the last 30 minutes here, cutting up plenty of ham. That's because in addition to that amazing Thanksgiving meal that they're going to provide a little later in the day, they also have one of their regular services, breakfast, that will be happening in a little bit, and of course they want to make sure that they have some nice ham. So there's the cutting that goes on, and then take a look at this. They've already got so much ham already cut and ready to go. So a lot of meals, 2,400 altogether, that will be served today, and this is the first time that they can do it inside since the pandemic. And on this day, Thanksgiving, their new CEO is celebrating 1 month in that role, and it is a full circle moment for her.
Glide's story is my story. You know, I was one of those people who had 3 small kids, growing up in poverty, raising them in Hunters Point.
Dr. Gina Frommer says the mission of Glide Foundation speaks to her lifelong career in nonprofits and made the decision to become their next CEO easy. Radical inclusiveness and unconditional love remain just as important and relevant to the work they're doing decades later.
So Glide for me is a very special place because I'm sitting here as president and CEO when I was in line for food. How real is that?
Dr. Frommer knows what it's like to get help from Glide. She remembers taking 3 different buses to get here for services, including coming with her children for a holiday meal twice.
That helped me feel normal. That helped my kids me normalize a regular, normal Thanksgiving that they can go back to school and share with their friends.
So as she looks forward to take Glide into its next chapter, post-pandemic, they're still searching for more effective ways to take on old problems.
There's not a one-size-fits-all approach, but I do think employment and housing are 2 key tenets that we need to help people off the street to get stabilized.
And not only does she have the task of running this organization day to day, she hopes to lead by example for those who already know her in this community or who may learn her story today during Thanksgiving.
It means that I'm going to stand there and hand another mother and her kids a turkey meal, right? And smile and welcome them with unconditional love and just be excited that I'm able to do this at a massive scale.
And those families will be arriving in just a couple of hours. And this really is a week-long effort. That's when they start to cook the meals that are being cut up right now. And just to emphasize the volunteers that are here, these are folks who live nearby. This is their community, their neighbors. The people that they will be helping to feed are people they have seen, people they probably know. So it's just a great example of a community supporting itself. Reed, back to you.
All right, Sean, thank you so much.